The last pillar of OOP is polymorphism. Don't be intimidated by this word being slightly difficult. It's two Greek words concatenated, so it's poly, which means many, and morphism, which means shape. So in total this means many shapes. This is actually exactly what it is doing, so it's not that difficult. It means that you are referring to a class with not the class type exactly, but with any other type that also represents the class. Well, that sounds vague, so let's give you a non-code example. If I were to say, I will bring my animal to next week's class. It would also be valid if I would say, I would bring my dog to next week's class. And it would be even valid if it would be more specific and I would say, I will bring my Labrador to next week's class. Animal, dog and Labrador, they're all valid ways to refer to my dog. So this is actually polymorphism. I'm using different, more generic terms to refer to a specific type. And doing it like this, it doesn't seem to make too much sense, but later it's actually very useful that we can bundle groups of classes that are of the same type. So let's move over to Java and see how this is working. Here we have our bird and dog that both extend the class animal. So animal is the superclass and bird and dog are child classes. So right now I'm not using any polymorphism. I'm referring to bird with type bird and I'm referring to dog with type dog. But what I could also do, and this is polymorphism, is referring to bird or dog with animal. Since both are animals, this is actually allowed. So I could say animal b2 equals new bird. So right now I'm referring to bird with object type animal. And this is very valid because bird is an animal, so I can actually do this. However, if I'm going to have a look at my options on b2, they will be limited. Look, I only have eat, get name and set name. I no longer have my option sing that I would have on b. Look, sing, there it is. So why is that? Well, simply because Java isn't sure that there's actually a bird in b2. It just knows it's an animal. It can be overwritten later by any other animal, so therefore you'll only have access to the methods that are in the class animal. So if I would do this at a later stage, override b2 with a dog, which is valid because dog is also an animal, I won't have problems with addressing sing or something because I know I can only address the methods and the properties from animal. And therefore it's not a problem. It will compile and it will run because I'm sure that my dog has an eat method since I have one in animal already. And I'm sure it has a get name and the set name method because I said so in my class animal already. This actually will make a whole lot more sense later when we, for example, have a list with animals on it and we can use it to store different types of animals on our very same list. But for now, just know that polymorphism means referring to one object with a more generic object that has a sort of is-of relationship with your object, because a bird is an animal and a dog is an animal. And for example, if you would make a new child dog, so let's go and make a Chihuahua, for example. And let's make it extend dog. There we go. Give it some methods. Yeah, I'm not that creative, so tiny dog stuff. There we go. And it can use the bark that is being defined in dog because we extend dog. And we can say something here like being very tiny, like this. If I go to our main method now, I can create a Chihuahua with type dog. So I can say dog C equals new Chihuahua. But I could also have said animal C2 equals new Chihuahua, because both Chihuahua is extending from dog and dog is extending from animal. So Chihuahua is an animal is also applicable because it's a grandchild of animal.